Hey guys, it's Leah and welcome back to my channel. Some of you may or may have not noticed that I didn't post on Monday, but I am back again. I just took a little hiatus, but I am back today with my review of Ant-Man and the Wasp. I had the pleasure of seeing it last night on opening night, and I've been waiting to do a review of this for quite some time. If you're watching this review right now, I will tell you, there are some spoilers in it. I think. I don't know. Sometimes I can't decide if I'm going to spoil something, but sometimes people consider things spoilers when I wouldn't. So if you haven't seen this movie, you have been warned. I have plenty of other videos that you can watch. But without further ado, let's just jump right in. I want to get something off of my chest that I've been thinking about just right away, is that I absolutely love what they did with the quantum realm aspects of this film. I thought that was super mature content, and I really wish that there was more of it. Those parts of the film is when it really shined and when it really was set apart from not only the first Ant-Man, but from some of the other Marvel movies as well. They really seem to shy away from it, however. I don't know if it's because in this fast-paced film, they didn't want to bore people, or they didn't want to stray too far from their usual superhero storyline, but I really think if they took the time to slow it down and delve deeper into those moments, it would have made the movie on a whole different level. I also don't know if it's maybe because they thought it would be a little too much for some of the viewers that aren't as invested into the universe. They just go to see the movie, or maybe they go with their kids. I'm not sure what the reason is, but I really wish that they had taken the time to slow it down a little bit. I found those parts to be some of the best scenes in the entire movie. Those were the parts that made you say, wow, like this is really amazing. Now to move on from that, I just really wanted to get that out. I think overall this was a very light movie. I definitely, it was not like a standout film. It was just the lighthearted comedy that a lot of us needed after seeing Infinity War. So that can be good or bad. Like, I honestly wish that they did give us a little bit more and it wasn't so typical and predictable, but what can you expect? I think that that's what they're going for, and not that they were going for predictable, but they were just going for, this is a Marvel movie, this is a smaller scale than our usual, and just watch it and enjoy it type thing. So if that's what they were going for, they definitely nailed it. I definitely think that there was some strange writing choices and that this film was very slow to start. It didn't really start to pick up until the second half. I did have a few issues, however. Ghost was a little annoying. It seemed like a little bit of a plot hole that she could have stopped and listened for 30 seconds and everything could have been resolved, but instead they just went into action scene after action scene over it. It didn't really seem like they put too much thought into her background and her motive, and, you know, her reasoning skills. So I definitely think that if they spent a little more time working on that, we would have had a really good villain, if you could call her that. Obviously, you know, the trailers gave away way too much. While the action scenes were done very well and choreographed well, they were in almost every single trailer. So the trailers definitely gave away a lot to this film, and there wasn't much more action scene-wise than what you see in the trailer, which is a little disappointing, even though they were still shot well and done well. The debut of the Wasp, not talking about Janet, was definitely seamless. I think that was really awesome. They did a good job with that character. But talking about Janet, the OG Wasp, it was long overdue, and it was way too quickly brushed over. There was another problem. I felt really rushed. That was an issue that I had with this film, with some of the characters and the development. It definitely, you know, she has such a rich backstory, for those of you who don't know. She was such an important character, and I can only hope that obviously her daughter Hope was introduced specifically for the MCU, and I hope that they start to show us all of Janet's amazingness through Hope. Maybe that's going to be like a recreation of the original Wasp. I think Peyton Reed really stepped up and directed well, and I think it was just overall your run-of-the-mill Marvel film. It wasn't anything crazy. It didn't blow my mind. That being said, now we'll get to the biggest spoiler of this whole video. That being said, the end of credit scene I was not ready for it. Everybody collectively gasped in the theater, and it was I think it was a nice reminder to why we were all sitting in the theater in the first place. Because it kind of, you went through this whole film, and it's happy-go-lucky, lighthearted, and then you get to the end, and you're like, oh yeah, this is why I'm sitting here right now, because of what's going on in Infinity War, and it just brought us back. So I definitely enjoyed this film. I would not put it in any sort of lineup as, oh, my all-time favorite, or this was a must-see. It was just a good film. It was a nice piece of the MCU. And as you know, this is going to be closing out, and then the next film we're going to be seeing is Captain Marvel. So I hope you guys liked my review. As always, this is just my opinion and what I thought while I was watching this film. Don't forget to subscribe for more content, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys!